the opportunity to address the master plan, and thank you to my legislator, Hannah, for coming with us on a tour of Tryon Park, and to some of the other legislators who did that as well. Let's consider sharing these environments. Right now it's possible for anyone to share our parks, and visitors are expected to leave them the way they found them. Parks offer free, healthy exercise to all, and no one needs to purchase an expensive mountain bike to enjoy them. You can only use a mountain bike pretty much half the year in our climate. You've been told about some of the environmental damage. I won't go into that. But what happens with bikes in parks is that the narrow footpaths end up causing people to leave, and they become de facto bike parks. And I wonder how that's sharing. Let's consider the pilot. In the approach to these major changes in our parks, the significantly negative report that other pilots have done that you've heard about, Crescent Trail and Finger Lakes, have been disregarded, not looked into. And I'm speaking as a professor of a graduate course in planning and evaluation here, and it's with this authority that I can say that nothing in the master plan lays out any evaluation criteria for this trial period, nor does it situate any responsibility with a neutral authority. So, if the trial is declared a success at the end of the 18 months, what will be the basis for such an assessment? Why have these previous pilots been ignored, and why go into an irreversible change to our parks without defining any study of the potential risks? If no monitoring and enforcement will be done, how is this a responsible plan? If evaluation, monitoring, and enforcement will take place, how will the personnel costs be funded in a budget-neutral master plan? Let's consider implementation. You've heard assurances by our Parks Director that everyone will be at the table when implementation planning occurs. From the beginning, the only one user group has been at the table, and all other efforts to comment on or improve this plan have been disregarded and even hidden from sight. The choice to meet with only one interest group set all other groups apart as whining outsiders. So isn't it logical to expect that everyone won't be at the table at implementation time? Lastly, I want to consider risk and responsibility. It is increasingly human-centered and created environment. Our urban parks are the last preserved areas in our midst for safe walking, peace, quiet, solace, and not just enjoyment of nature, but learning respect for nature. It's irrational to open parks for use by fast machines that permit riders down to whip around tight-lined corners and forge new paths down the slopes. How is this compatible with preservation of parks? How does this protect the common good? How is this safe? Will Rochester's status as one of the top 25 walking towns in the U.S. be lost as walking areas are enjoyed to death? Is there no concern for the impact of liability claims on the county? I urge this committee to show it has thought carefully about these matters by sending the master plan back for revision and offer the major issues of the plan: the biking proposal, the dog park, the opening of the road in Ellison, for a referendum this fall. See how the full population of taxpayers feel about it. Thank you.